You guys doing today? I hope you guys are kicking some butt. So, I'm back with Entropia Universe. I'm going to let you know we're about to kind of check out probably what I would consider one of the hardest mission lines that there is in Entropia Universe. And so, I'm going to let you know I actually have never finished out this mission line myself. We are not going to actually finish out today because we would take a grip of dudes to be able to successfully do this. First of all, I'm going to take you to Fort Lahar near the swamp, and that's where we're going to start our journey of discussing how big and how absolutely fascinating this mission chain is. I'm going to try to get up our chat real quick while we're en route, right? I always like to have that up. Okay, and I always click out right before we actually have it up. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is going to get a little bit wild. I'm going to just be letting you know this is actually kind of a complicated mission set. So here's how it works. You're going to be talking to Corporal Creel, who's going to have a mission at first. And then on top of that, there's this dude in here. They have this RDI, the pills for the swamp inoculants. You're going to have to do a mission to be able to get these Lahar swamp inoculants. Now, I'm going to let you know it's this stuff right here. I don't know if they'll let us actually touch our thing at the same time. I doubt. Okay, yeah, they might. We're going to tell her we want the Lahore Swamp inoculates. I'm going to let you know we probably have a bunch of stuff. There's the blubber. There's a chance I don't have everything. Bone, yeah. Um, acid discharge, and what is it? Skulls? Yeah. Okay, so we do have everything. So we're going to drop that. Somehow they didn't like how we did it. Maybe we had to drop it individually, guys. I apologize. So I'm going to drop this individually. By the way, if you're on right now and you're thinking, hey, I want to go and do the Lahore Swamp crap right now, you're welcome to come join up. I'd more than happily have you. This is going to get complicated and you're going to look. Watch this. I'm pretty sure that we're able to trade these pills. Do I already have pills down here? Oh, I already had pills down here, guys. Apologize. So the pills do obviously trade. The stuff to get these pills is off of the guys in the swamp. And I'm going to show you that there's different sections of the swamp. And I did explain to you guys that this is a super hard mission. I only think that we need probably 3 in reality. Um, but, we'll grab this extra just in case. I doubt I need it. Okay, so let's go over this. You're going to do a mission. It's going to enable you to be able to go and get these pills. In this swamp, eventually, you're going to have a mission to where you can go into the center of the swamp and collect enough of the points into a pad. Now, I'm going to show you how this works because we're going to actually pop to another place and I'm going to show you the information on the next section. And I know that sounds like a jump, but that is how we're going to do this. These chips, and I am going to show you the missions that you'd use to get those chips, are going to be later used, which I am not going to do alone for sure, to open up an instance that is a team instance. And I'm going to show you the info on that too. Now, here real quick, I'm going to go to display capture. We're going to kick off of, well, I don't have to kick off of it. I can just click like this. And then we go like this. Sorry guys, I don't flip off of this video game capture enough to be super skilled at it. So let's look over this mission line stuff, guys. So we'd go and we'd go to Camp Medusa, right? And Camp Medusa, Medusa is right next to, hold on, sorry, this swamp over here. Let's see if they'll let me do that. Boom. Okay. And I'll take you through these missions as we're doing it, because you guys can see the stuff over here to the side, so that kind of makes it easier, right? Okay, so we're at Medusa. I'm going to get this thing out of the way, and we'll talk about where you'd go next. So they'd give you, oh, you talk to the dude with the mission here first. Sorry, guys. It tells you right here, Lieutenant Brodus or Broldus has a mission for you right there. So the next place we're going to hop to, as you can tell, is going to be down this way. Boom, boom. And I didn't exactly hit the exact location. I'm going to just be honest with you. Um, Let me find the exact location. It's probably up on this hill, guys, to be honest. It's a pretty wild, and we can move this forward um, on the next mission, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I'll click it onto the next mission, and we'll get the because we're not trying to enter the facility or anything. So I'll show you. There's gonna be basically a thing over here, the interference zone. I probably should just use that waypoint that we're seeing right there. Do another jump. Oh, I forgot to grab normal mind essence, guys. That's a big WT. We're gonna be at the mercy of having to fly places and stuff. Oh, I don't want to put that one out. Let's see. Okay, so let's fly to the location. 6884. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so we're at 68. We should be closing in on the target. Okay, 68. And then I just have to make sure we're not about to fly into the swamp, guys. This is the incorrect location for what we want. It's probably the correct location for what they want. It's probably right around there is what they want to have us do. I'm trying to find the other broker, the actual mission broker for the RDFI chips, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. Let me click over to this. So after you do this mission, and we'll just back up because I clicked through it. You have this jamming device, and you have this mission broker named Henrietta. Henrietta will assign you a mission called Lurk with Intent, right? Now, Lurk with Intent it, depending on how fast my internet goes, has another mission onto it, right? Let's be honest, I should have packed more of my, the mission, dude, is right over here, to be honest. See, if we go near that swamp, we're going to crash into the swamp barrier. And we're not trying to do that. Because Henrietta's right here down at the bottom part of this swamp. So we're going to drop down here, see if we can spot Henrietta. Worst case scenario, I'll go back to that camp. Hold on. We know where Henrietta is. Longitude and latitude. Let's look. Six, seven, nine. And then what are we looking at going? Let's get that map. Oh, not that way, guys. Are we going slightly this way to get there? Oh, we're going up. We need to be going this way, guys. I apologize. Eight, three. And then six, seven, nine. We want to go this way or this way? Nope. Sorry about this. Oh, there. This is where we're gonna be, guys. Sorry. Okay, so we've got Henrietta. Jeez Louise. I'm so used to just being able to zippity zappity places that kind of threw me off. Henrietta will give us locked and loaded. Locked and loaded is repeatable. It allows us to turn in that Sector A chip that we have with us, which we get off of killing stuff, to get one that's imprinted. This encoded one allows us to then go kill the Calamusoids, which are a type of mutant, to actually load that chip. Now, because I don't want to walk back, I'm going to just death us out, and we're going to go back to the next section of the mission. Um, Obviously, that's where we get that piece, right? I'm going to also re-trigger this to grab us in a second, but I want to show you something. Why I say that I'm not going to do the lab alone is I want to show basically the breakdown of what we're talking about. And this is off the Planet Calypso forum. It's a good breakdown of what you're kind of looking at. There are videos of people who have done it. And so if you want to go and you want to watch Bonnie EU's videos, she's done it. There's some other people that have done it. with big groups. So you're not looking at just like normal stuff, guys. Like the bosses are 10k hit points with 300 hit points per second regeneration. The rooms are not a joke, and they have special stuff going on. You see what I'm saying? Like they have weaknesses that change out and other things. On top of that, where is it? There's other things that you can bring in with you, and I'd have to look over all of this that can help you, such as I think triphase wires and stuff like that. But I'm going to let you know, you actually have to come in here with a group of dudes and a vast amount of ped because the stuff in here is at 168,000 hit points and weakness to only one weapon at a time, and it switches every 10 seconds. So do you see what I'm saying? And so I'm not like, oh, I don't think that anybody can do it. I think that it's set up to where you actually probably should do it with a group of people. It is absolutely a serious, serious thing. Did they just drop us in a weird place? It's okay. We're okay with that. They're always doing this kind of stuff to us. What is around us? We're gonna go and move forward that ship though. So you guys, we're not done just because. Sorry, this is gonna get more complicated from here actually. But I do hope you guys are having a great day, by the way. Now we're flying back to a place. By the way, the facility is right here, and see how they're already wanting us to enter it. I'll show you that at the end after we have a live chip. I am not going to waste a live chip on it. If you have a group and you think, oh, I'm such a beast, I want to go do this, I think you should do the mission. I'm more willing than willing to give you a chip, too, by the way. I'm going to have one. I can farm another easy. It's not that hard. I actually enjoy this mission. Um, I would do another 10-hour repair run. I have to kind of coordinate that slightly, but that might not be a bad idea. I actually really need the electronic skill. Like, super need it. It's kind of extreme. So, basically, the idea is that the RDI Sector 1 laboratory is set up where it's hundreds of thousands of HP into those creatures. And so it's not set up like to just do easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill a chip. We're going to then, which I don't think filling the chip should take that long. But the thing is, when we fill the chip, we're also going to summon this one big dude. I can't remember his name. Maybe it's X1, maybe it's X10, maybe it's not, doesn't even have an X in it. But it's awesome. It's actually, I think, one of the guys that drops that chip that I'm about to imprint with the DNA off of the Calamusoids. So I'm going to let you know, for the most part, I will not have to use fancy armor in the swamp. I made plenty of swamp pills. If anybody wants to join me, they're welcome to come. I'm going to be at Fort Lahar in just a minute. So, now, to get the chip active to do the next part, we'd have to do Sector A, right? Then it would give us a similar mission to fill a chip card that would then enable us to get into Sector 1C or no, 1B or something like that. Basically, there's a whole bunch of these missions in there. Like, we're literally only looking at the Sector 1A mission right now and the prequel stuff to it, okay? And so that's a pretty significant thing. I'm not going to tell you. I checked out inside there at one point a while ago. I got beat the tar out of just because didn't actually bring the right kind of armor. And honestly, my armor that would work in there is wearing out at this point, and I don't think it would be a good idea to waste my armor like that. It's okay. I don't. Hold on one second. I'm gonna grab a few simple things. I think you guys all know how this stuff works. I have to remember what looks like what sometimes. Um, this stuff. No, this stuff. Okay. So we're grabbing Force Nexus, and I think I should have some sweat up in here somewhere. And some sweat. Okay. This is the one thing I'm gonna tell you. I always run out of our mind stuff. Don't like having it run out like that. But is it wrong? Did I do the wrong freaking order? So now it's gonna be picky. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we have Mind Essence now. I'm gonna get this stuff off of us, except for the one that's active as a chip, because we don't need all that. Then we're going to put on my stuff. That dude has good taste in clothing, I'm gonna say. I don't know him personally, but excellent taste in clothing. We have 8 of these. We have those. We should have one of these chips that's moved to active area. I don't know where the crap it is. We'll deal with that later, guys. Okay, I'm gonna just teleport us there. I don't think we have any reason to walk over there or some. It's a swamp, it's poisonous, they're gonna try to kill us. Likely, I'm gonna try to just like get this where we're not messing around in here. And we'll just go. I'm pretty sure our opponent appears in that zone. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff in here just because. Probably not gonna help us right now. I can put it up later. So these are the phases. It looks like somebody else has done some of this. And we're in debilitating gas right now. Okay, so we don't care about the debilitating gas. Because we just go like that. I want to know where that dang ship gets moved to when it's in the next phase, you guys. Not understanding that. Okay, so we're going to use a tier 6 combustive chip. Or maybe I should probably only use a tier 3 until we're closer to the stuff. Also, I'm going to use a loot pill. Okay. Yeah, this looks good now. I'll have to remember where the spot where the big dude appears. It'll be like very important to remember that at the end. But it's where the double debilitation is, so we'll be able to find it in the course of this. By the way, we cannot teleport out anymore. Or anything. Basically, we're just in here till we do what we have to do. They have stuff though. I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you, once we spot this is the area we're gonna do it in. Okay, guys, see, there's even harmful gases, not just debilitating. Now they're trying to kill us. So once you're in the harmful gas area, that's where you're in the right hunting area. There. There was a hair going annoying me. Let's just say that. It was just tickling the crap out of my face. There's a chance we had to switch up. Throw down on hitting them with bigger weapons. Oh, holy crap. They gave us 22 pad. Oh, man. That's love. This game, honestly, sometimes. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna say that it's looking apparent that we probably should throw Yeah, I think we're good. I shouldn't get this many on us. Let's just be honest. By the way, if you guys want to come here, I got at least 3 extra pills. You're going to want 2. That's why I only have enough for 3 people because, in all honesty, at one point when the main dude comes, I swear to God, knocks my thing off me. My pill. In the middle of the fight, guys. I'm not sure if it's totally true, but it's felt like that a bunch. And you notice how we can't see their dots or anything, so we just have to wait till they come in and hit us real hard. I'm gonna start beating these guys up real quick. Hold on 1 second. See, there's more blubber for pills though, guys. Let's kill these guys. This'll work us through this faster. There is a big end guy at the end, just so you guys know. He's pretty cool. Let's kill all these guys. See, we have to kill so many of each group of them. I don't like having to run all that way though, so let's try to avoid setting ourselves up to have to run a lot. It looks like somebody else was up in here doing some Calamusoiding, but they didn't kill quite enough to activate the one dude. So when Homeboy, the big guy at the end, comes, right, I'm going to let you guys know I'm going to throw on Perseus armor, because we would get took down. Because it's not even going to be these dudes or the 10th level ones. It's going to be different, right? Now, I'm also going to let you know, inside that RDI research facility, if you guys go in there, it's not going to be 14th and 15th and 16th level dudes. It's going to be 40th level at minimum and up. I mean, like, it's ridiculous crap in there. And it's pretty fast attacking, actually. Maybe this is a little bit overkill for the 5th level guys. See, there's our discharge. Hey, how you doing, man? Now, I'm going to tell you guys also, if you guys wanted to get together a giant group of insanity and do the RDI Sector A1 thing, by the way, I need to have like a couple months to build up pads and stuff like that so I can rebuy enough good gear to actually matter in there. You know what I'm saying? But I would be willing to do it. I'd even be willing to help people get through the mission lines enough to where they like have all the stuff. But in all honesty, I don't think that probably if you should be doing it, you probably need help in this pre-part. I'm gonna be honest, my mustache is tickling my nose crazy today. Oh good, there's our chip. Hold on 1 second, I just gotta grab a Kleenex real quick. Sorry about that. So, these guys, I don't have a huge amount of codex on them, but I'm going to tell you that this swamp area is an excellent place. You don't hardly have to deal with people, and they're not a horrible mob. On top of that, they seem to loot pretty well. Now, what I like about it, though, is the dude at the end. I think he's absolutely fun as heck and a beast. And we're going to fight him in this big open area at the end of this. Is what's going to happen, guys. And then we're gonna hope that we get something good out of it. There's some bones. See, we're already getting enough stuff for more pills. And so definitely if you guys ever need pills, I'm pretty sure I can just spare you a pill. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually I would spare you two, because you're gonna want two. Like, you know, like, get you started on this addiction. Well, I'm gonna heal myself. I'm gonna be honest, if these guys could heal themselves, it'd be a bad deal. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's a 7. Let's be doing this right. I am glad that they have a poison swamp, guys. I'm gonna just be honest. I think that there should be a lot more toxic environments on these planets. But I also think that there should be fancy respirator gear and other things, you know, like that you can then go into toxic mining areas and crap. It's a neat swamp though, huh? And the other cool thing is, sometimes when you're just kicking it around here, that base is under attack by the robot forces, which is actually one of my favorite things to do. Like, robots. Awesomeness. Man, I thought we had a global for about 2 seconds there. So you can see our DNA collector slowly filling up. So you have to do this a couple times more than just once to activate a full chip. So maybe I shouldn't just flagrantly be offering chips up, huh? They're sellable, by the way, once they're fully activated. I can't remember how much they go to, but I've used one before and sold one before, so who knows? And I got my butt kicked when I used it. I'm not even going to pretend. I went in on my own thinking I was being smart about it. That was a freaking horrible idea. And we have to kill a crap load of outcasts still. How is this, right? Does it feel like we're killing outcasts right and left, huh? Okay, as we close in on this, anybody that wants to come get this, you probably should come. Like legit. And I'm not trying to be mean, but you can just stand over, not like in the direct kill zone, and you can probably get some shots in on this big robot. Because he's a what you call it, a community type mob. I don't think that's what they call it, but we'll have him up soon. I'll find a bunch of these dudes. Oh. No crap. They are just being nice to us today, honestly. That's what's going on. I'm okay with it. They can be nice. Because some days they're not nice. Some days they're super nice. Look at that. That's like a whole pill right there. Like, honestly, this is freaking a good day, guys. Do you guys feel we're about to global again? I mean, not right this second. That'd be ridiculous. By the way, I've had a back-to-back global before. It can happen. Like, only once, ever, but um, I believe in miracles now. Or random anomalies at minimum. But we're willing to just call it a miracle because it felt good. But I was pretty psyched. It wasn't like big back-to-back globals, you know what I mean? But it's still, boom. I heard like watery footsteps behind us. So I had to turn around to see what the crap was going on. But it was our watery footsteps. How much are we, we're at least 10% on that chip, guys. Okay, so we get 0.5. So we have to kill... Crap. Don't you guys hate it when you realize it's a bunch? So let's just drop the crap out of these guys. Alright, guys. So I'm gonna actually be honest about that. If you're super high level and I'd had to scan you and you do want to use our chip, I'm willing to actually hook you up with it probably. Just to let you try. I'm not saying you can't or can do it. I am gonna say if I scan you and you're not like at least where I think that it's not just wasting the chip, I would probably not encourage it or give you the chip. But if you're like a super titan of some kind and you want the chip because you think you want to go and bust this out, see, I just got another blank chip right there. See what I mean? So there's another opportunity to get another one of these. And we're at 100 of these left to kill, guys. So that's not crap. Definitely prefer you to work up your own chip, though, and decide that you want to go with me as a group. Um, I actually can make the tri-phase wires or whatever, but I don't know what else I can do. I guess help overcome that 600 damage regeneration per second. Because guys, that's where the problem is. You've got to have enough people to throw 600 freaking damage per second down, while at the exact same time actually having enough damage going on to also kill the damn thing. That's not a joke. That's ridiculous. I don't know. We'll look at it again when we're done with some stuff. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I actually do think this is a neat mob, though. Look at that. They gave us 21 pet and shrapnel. That's crazy. Okay, guys, we're still closing. Okay, guys, all we have to do is kill 80, well, less than 80 now. More of these dudes, and we summon the boss. If you want to come, might be a good idea. I'm killing this dude anyway. I don't care if we already have enough. I actually really like these Calamusoids. I think they're fun to kill. Especially the 10th level ones. I think I could get something good. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Hey Bella, how you doing? Bella! Now, so we think that you probably are one of the people that would have a good chance at doing this with people. So do you know about the RDI Sector A1 missions? Just out of curiosity. Are you interested in doing them? No, I get you're on Cyrene. I'm not going to do it this time because I don't have enough ammo, but I am going to show you guys all the details of it. We're filling up a chip. I could literally fill you up an extra chip. Oh, it's ridiculous. So, just for perspective, and I'll click this to where we can non-video game lock, blah, blah, blah. I gotta make sure we actually can see it. So in the Sector 1A mission zone, oh, I clicked my video screen off, not my game capture. Sorry, guys. Wrong thing. That's the right thing. Okay, so in the Sector 1 mission zone, in A1, the boss has 10,000 hit points and regenerates at 300 hit points per second, right? Hold on one second. Let me kill this guy. Then you get one super heavyweight, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know how that's determined and stuff like that. Here's the super heavyweight list, right? They all have hundreds of thousands of hit points also. And then they have different stuff. Like this is vulnerability and, let me kill this guy. Debilitating attacks and stuff like that. Let me get back over here. This one, it changes what weapon will actually even work on him every 10 seconds. And so you have to have people that can do different stuff if it's that one. And then I mean, I haven't done it, and so I don't want to tell you anything outside of it. I went inside of it and got my butt kicked a long time ago when I first found out about this, guys. And I'm going to let you know, it was a bad choice to go in there. I didn't actually have good armor on. I just went in there. So basically, though, it's a team mission. And you have to have a good amount of guys. Like, I think we want like 5 dudes at least or something like that. And then some dudes are just like, because there's other dudes besides just the main bad guy. And so, I don't know. It's considered extraordinarily hard, just so you guys know. And I'll show you where it is after we get a little bit of this up. Obviously, you'd have to do this whole kill all these guys more than once to get... Oh, thank you very much, man. That's very nice of you. I hope you're having a great day. So, um, you'd have to actually do this mission to collect enough DNA a few times, just to be honest, guys. But the reality is, the Sector 1A mission is absolutely off the chart challenging. I watched a group do it, and I've only watched one video where a group succeeded, and I have, but hey, hey, back at you, I mean. Um, the group I watched do it did one attempt, and then they failed. And I'm going to just be honest. And then because they didn't know what all they needed to take with them. And in all honesty, I would rewatch their successful attempt on it before. Ooh, we don't want to go up to a mothership right now or anything. We'd watch their successful attempt on it before we ever would attempt to do the thing. But I actually like this swamp as a general thing, and so I could probably save up a few of these chips on my own. The thing is, everybody pretty much has to do a bunch of missions to be able to be eligible to go into the Sector 1A mission anyway on the team. Hey, how are you doing? And hi, thank you. I can't always tell what's going on with the thing. I just. But basically, the idea is, and by the way, hi, how are you doing? Is it Hollister the Great? Yeah, it is. Okay. I had to make sure. So, I have enough pills. By the way, if you guys want to get here right now, we're in this swamp, and I can slip a couple people a pill if they get here. There's gonna be a big old mob that's gonna appear in a second. He's gonna want to kill me. I'm gonna have to switch armor. That's a guarantee. But the deal is, you basically kill him and these guys to fill up this DNA collection thing. Each one of those is what you use to get into the Sector 1A type mission. The Sector 1A mission, in all honesty, I'd like to tell you guys I know if it's actually worth pad-wise doing or if it's just a vanity thing. I could probably ask into it over the week. Find people that have done it and find out what they feel about it. It's very rarely done by people. And I think part of that is because you have to put together a realistically high level party that all feels like going and getting caught up in some stuff for a pretty good amount of time. And they all have had to have done this mission up to the point that they, I don't know, can do the next section, in which honestly isn't very bad. This mission line's actually a pretty fun mission line. And you get the ability to make the poison pills for the swamps, in which, by the way, if you're going to be a mutant hunter, these guys are mutants. All the stuff in here, in the swamps, it's all mutant type stuff. In which I have already told you guys I'm not the best mutant hunter. Like, I like robots. Not horrible mutant hunter, but I'm not like one of the top tier mutant hunters for sure. In fact, we're working on getting onto the mid shelf kind of zone, I think. I'm not really sure where the average on that is. Definitely more time has been spent hunting other things than mutants. We're way close. Less than 40 of these guys to kill, you know what I mean? And then it's going to get a little wild for a second. So we don't need any more of these 10s. But I like to kill the 10s because I feel there's a chance that they give us something good. And that's pretty much the only reason. I'm surprised there's not anybody else here. This really is an excellent one. Especially if you show up and somebody's already worked through all the work. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Um, some of them are the higher level ones. Um, yeah, I'm not impressed with the amplifiers. I'm not gonna say I am. So the only thing I liked about the amplifiers right now is I would prefer if I had was using a bigger chip and I was using one of the amplifiers that's a mayhem one that has the vampiric life drain stuff going on. You know, the life stealing percentage because that honestly makes almost any life stealing percentage attachments worth it. But outside of that, nah, they didn't do a great job with the Mind Force attachments. I don't really feel that they're comparable. I still use them. Oh, yeah, I don't mind using them. Sometimes I make them on lower ones, sometimes I buy them. I wish they were better for sure, though. They didn't do as comparable a job. I think that they didn't want to overpower Mind Force, though. Mind Force is super, just ridiculous power. Oh, dude, well, you get a quick dinner, man. I love Mind Force. I'm gonna just be honest, guys. But I'm a crafter, and so the Mind Force also is kind of like, hey, that goes into my intelligence. And so I think Mind Force is super. Because it gives me a lot of what I want anyway. And the power is just great. Guys, we're at 20 of these guys left. Well, now we're at 20 of them left, but. If you appeared in here real quick, I could trade you a pill. I think under even damage. I've never traded somebody while they were taking environmental damage, but I think you can still do it. In fact, did we get about 50% of an actual chip filled in this single one? I'll bet we are. So it's probably twice you have to do this per each chip you fill. Makes it a kind of costly key right there, but okay, see, we just got another blank. You know what the problem is though? The blank ones aren't tradable. So like I can't even hand like somebody else one of these and be like, okay, let's roll in there. You start working one up, I'll start working one up. Nah. And so that's kind of that's okay though. We're way close to the dude showing up though, guys. If anybody does want to show up, this would be when you do it. It's okay if you don't. He's gonna go down. It's just gonna be a little extreme. Basically, my strategy is I'm gonna run around him in circles, desperately trying not to get killed. Which is an okay strategy, guys. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anybody to do. It's like, I try to stay a little away. Honestly, when somebody else is there, it's easier to not get killed while doing that strategy. Because a lot of times, they stop and they don't just run around him in circles throwing fireballs. And so what's going to happen is when this dude does show up, and remember, like, we're only a couple kills, he's going to show up. Okay, so right after this dude, no, two more dudes. This dude, then we kill two of the right level dudes. Then there's going to be these pods. Every time we kill a pod, it's going to piss off a whole bunch of dudes. Those dudes are going to rush us. We're going to have to kill them. Kill another pod, right? Then, after that pod is done, all the pods, right here, as it's about to load, boom. So see, look, pods. Okay. So this is probably the part where I probably should put on our real armor. Okay, guys? But here's what's going to happen instead. I'm going to pretend that we don't need our real armor yet. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe I should. And we're just going to take that out. And we're going to remember what kind of dudes these are. I don't remember what level they are at the first second. 14th level. Okay. So yes, the answer is we do switch armors right now. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to heal up real quick. See, this is why it's a good thing, right? We paid attention. We didn't do stupid stuff. I was like, hey, it looks like I really should switch over to that other setup real quick. So it is going to take us a second to shoot through these guys. And each time we take out one of the things, this is going to happen. So let's see how many we have. This guy. Just two more after this. So that's not a big deal. So 3 times this many dudes. Seriously, guys. They're trying to block me from my friend. We don't want to spend too much time fighting these guys and let them bang up our armor. Although, this is another reason why we're not doing the A1 event yet. Because here's the reality, guys. I don't have the right stuff. We'd have to build up significant amounts of stuff. And so, until like I know that there's more than 1 or 2 people interested in doing it that are also really wanting to build up a bunch of stuff, and we know that we at least have enough damage to do a whole bunch of hundreds of thousands of damage, plus the 300 and something hit points per second coming back onto them. That's what we need. Hey Bernie, how you doing? But yeah, basically, I know that's not realistically. I don't do 600 or 300 points per damage per second. You know what I mean? So you're not soloing that guy. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that could. Actually, I don't know if there is. Guys, 300 points per second is a lot. And so at that point, you're having to find a crew to go in there, right? And I'm not disrespecting finding a crew to go in there. Just telling you guys, you got to find a big crew to go in there. Because 300 points a second is some serious stuff. This guy's rough, huh? We could just kill all the mushrooms and then deal with all of these guys swarming us at once, but that's a horrible idea on this armor. You know what I'm saying? I do want to do the DNA mission though. And we could fill this up faster over in the other swamp with the higher level ones. Too, by the way. I'm kind of trying to keep track of our ammunition situation. Because we definitely need enough ammo still to take down the big bad guy at the end, you know what I'm saying? Probably switch to 6 on these guys. Now let's let this take him down. The swarm is such a big swarm that that's one of the biggest problems with being solo on this. And on top of that, guys, that's the big problem with doing that Sector A1 period. If you go in there alone, you're done. You're going to get swarmed. And if you guys think that this swarm is bad, it's not that big a deal. It's bad, but that Sector A1, I'd be done already. And in this armor, I'd be done already. Trying to heal the crap out of myself. And so, we need to have a plan. We need to have some designated healers. Some serious DPSers, right? And then some crowd control dudes. Like 2 crowd controls, 4 DPSers, 3 healers, maybe. Then we got it. And we've got to remember that we need to be doing about 1,000 concentrated damage per second. Somehow. I don't know that part yet, but... These guys, though, this is the easy part. So I think this is kind of how they screened it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Putting all these pre-missions definitely does make it where you're not accidentally going to roll in there as much, I would think. We might get like 75% of a coded little thing. That'd be nice. There was 8 ped, by the way, guys. So these guys are obviously mutants from the RDFI facility or RDI or whatever it is. So obviously that facility's up to human betterment research. Probably not. Something like that. It's much more pleasant at this point. Because they're not super overrunning us. For 1 second I thought we globaled. We've already globaled once, so I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm just... Anytime it kind of goes slow, I think, oh, did we just global? I mean... A lot of times I'm just getting excited for no reason, just to be honest, guys. So if you don't know where I am, I'm right here in the middle of the Lahar Swamp. We did pop pills to be in here. I do have extra pills if you want to come in here. We're down to the last couple mushrooms though. So if you're on your way coming over here, you want to hurry now. But when we finally kill the last one, all heck's gonna break loose, so. But that's when it gets fun. I really should have my plates on this guy though. Okay, what, we have 2 more left. Let's just destroy this one at point blank range so they don't even have to run over to us because in all honesty it doesn't matter. Are we hitting this guy or are we just messing around here? I think I just threw like 5,000 fireballs at that dude. To just be like missing him a bunch. Hey, thank you very much by the way. Yeah. We'll fry him. These guys are ugly though. I'm gonna oh, look at that. That's like 20 peta stuff. So finally they decide not to hate us. They probably just felt bad because they're jacking up our freaking stuff so bad. Guys, this is not good on our armor. Oh, did I just zap that guy again with that? I better start paying attention. Now, if you guys need one of these pills to do this mission, 2 of them. And I'll show you. See, it says we still have plenty of inoculant in our body. But I'm going to tell you, in the middle of fighting this robot dude, or whatever he is, I don't even know what to call him. We'll figure out what to call him. Big mutant dude, probably. That looks like he's being experimented on. I think he debuffs that thing, bro. I mean, people. I think he knocks it off me sometimes. Because sometimes out of nowhere, all of a sudden we're like in trouble, and I swear to God, my buff's knocked off me. Which I'm pretty sure he does. Also, you can run around him on the outside if you want and just shoot at him. I don't think he cares. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna try to kill you anyway, but. Fires some kind of little ball up in the air and stuff. It's kind of neat. Super excited about this now that I think about it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to die while he's trying to kill us. But, if I do die, not that big of a deal. They definitely could hook us up with a global here, though. Look at this, we have 3 million. Let's convert that. In the middle of doing stuff, they won't let us do it. Hold on. I just wanted to see how many we were at. Why can I not execute? Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. And I'm not trying to be mean here. Sometimes I don't understand games where they're like, okay, well, that's kind of weird that we can't execute converting stuff, but do you guys not find this weird? I've never had this happen before. Okay, okay. Well, that's weird, and I don't get that. Oh, guys. Oh, now we're throwing fireballs. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, let's kill these guys. I'm not sure why we can't trade in our stuff. I'm gonna tell you what, we're frickin' doing good on the gun sales for this thing. I'm gonna have to go and restock stuff. Eventually, not this second. Taking these guys more serious. I'm sorry I got off trip focus and started looking at stuff. And I'm really not understanding why they're trying to not let us use our stuff. That's weird, guys. What they don't know is if we need ammo, we'll use our secret other weapon. Here, I'll show you this. We'll just go like that, synthetic mind essence. 111 pad. Boom. Take that. So I don't know what they think that they're doing by, like, if they think they're making it harder or some crap like that, or we're gonna run out of ammo, but we're not. And so I don't understand why the mind essence thing, but whatever. Where's our friend that was almost dead before we couldn't hit him? Oh, there. So each pill is several hours, though, it looks like. Okay, so in 1 second, I am. We're gonna get attacked, and the big dude is gonna be here. So this dude is like nothing compared to like what's in the Sector 1 area, okay guys? So I'm not trying to tell you like if we could take this guy, we could take the Sector 1 guy, no. Because this dude does not have some odd 100,000 life and 300 hit points per second regeneration, you know what I'm saying? These guys do try to rack up our armor though. So close, guys. Because these guys are the last of the veteran guard. So after these guys die, you would hope that we weren't in trouble. But we're legit for sure still going to be in trouble. At the last second, I'm going to probably click on another loot pill, just to be honest. And this is much easier to do as a group. Much easier, because, you know, like, for one, the damage is spread and stuff. More guns on these dudes. I'm going to get rid of this guy since he's already almost dead. And I'm quickly running out of premium style armor to be able to do these kind of things, just to be honest, guys. So basically, I'll probably have to hunt reasonable stuff for a second while we rebuild up our... So I can consume pills. That's not a problem. Why can we not execute transferring? Guys, I have no idea why we can't do that. I don't remember that ever being a thing before. Maybe it's always been a thing in here, but makes no sense. But whatever. Oh, see, there's 30 ped right there. So we're doing good. Yeah, I agree. Well-equipped people makes everything go smoother. Especially on, like, if they're working together, honestly. Because if you have people working together, they can't all group up on you as well either. Like, I'm taking hits from way more adjacent squares than if I had even 2 or so allies on my sides. Okay, so this is where it gets stupid, okay, guys? They let us know it's SH10. Oh, okay, that's who it is, guys. Sorry. Now, SH10, right there, he doesn't like us. We're going to be throwing things at him. I remember right, we still get dudes coming after us. So he's only 39th level, but he's like the stuff that's in the research facility, basically. Except he's lower level. So if we get too close to him, he will hit us. But if we stay basically in this range zone and just run to the side, he'll keep shooting those little, like, very slow missile things, and he misses. Because... you know what? I think you get a backpack and a bunch of stuff. We'll look at the guide after we take this guy down. And, oh, there they are. See how I told you that some dudes spawn? And then he does this thing. So he drops the damage. We don't care about these dudes. We just keep moving. We'll kill them after he drops. You get a bunch of stuff, including, I believe, they all pretty much give you a giant swirly when you finish it anyway. I know when you get through the whole thing, you get some fancy backpack. I don't know. That's a good question. He might. I was just killing him anyway. Because I don't think it matters that much. I mean, like, his mobs are neat and stuff, but that's good to know. Let's find out. Oh, so you think he has resistance equal to his mobs? Let's see. I'm going to kill one, and we're going to see if he drops from 4 resistance. Honestly, I'm getting beat up too much like that, bro. I don't like that. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to heal myself with serious heal. They got me. Oh no. Hold on. It'll be okay. I gotta find all my chips. Generation. Oh, did they hit me that fast? Oh, we don't have the pill active. Holy crap. Sorry, guys. I'll activate a pill before we go anywhere. We just got draw. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that at all. The pill thing is an issue. So we cannot stop because if we stop, we'll get hit. So let's eat our pill beforehand. Let's do this. Convert these because I don't understand why. Why can we not execute the conversion on this, guys? Okay, well, I have no idea what's going on with that. We'll figure that out later because I don't want to mess with why can't ammo convert as an issue, as a whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't understand why ammo is not converting properly. Let's zap back in there. Hold on 1 second. And let's win this thing. There's what I was looking for, my regen 10 chip, and we didn't know where it was. And there's a restoration 3. Okay, that's what we should have been doing, this restoration slash. Yeah, I, yeah, I'm gonna have to relog after. I mean, I'll relog at the end of my stream and stuff like that, and we'll figure out what the crap on it. I just, in all honesty, we're gonna finish this through pretty easy anyway. I believe we're right here, guys. We have a pill in us, so we shouldn't just get killed. The boss is right there. See, he's not even sneaky. This time we're gonna stay further away, and we're just throwing fireballs and running around in circles. I do believe that probably you're right though on the if we would have. Yeah, I know about that. I didn't necessarily want to appear right on him though, either. I just wanted to appear near him. Now we've got him though. Definitely we do not want to stop. I use that when I'm mining though when I get myself killed somewhere. Because that does happen sometimes. I get myself killed a lot, guys. Let's not even pretend. And we'll deal with those guys in a second. Because it seems he caps out at 4 anyway. Ah, they didn't hook us up with a... But those entrails, you need these to make the next chip. The one that are the pills for the other swamp. And I'll show you that in a second. So we almost filled a whole chip, guys. So let's get the rest of a chip. For sure. I don't want to fill a ship. I like these guys though. They fill this chip fast. Oh, we're good. I have 100 mind essence ammo. That'll kick in as soon as that runs out. And then we know we have a crap load once we fix the glitch with our ammo. Because that was ridiculous. What do we have? Almost 400,000, or 4 million. 400,000. This is what you use for the other swamps thing. Now, guys, I haven't worked through the other swamp. So the other swamp also has a boss dude that's summonable. I have not done that mission because we haven't done Sector A1 yet to get into the B mission, which then allows you to do Sector A or 1B or whatever, you know. Okay, so boom, we gave him more stuff for winning that. The entrails is going to allow us to make the thing for this other place. I'm going to go and take us to the other place actually, guys. The guys are slightly higher level, and so it's going to be easier for us to go up. Super still trying to figure out what I think. I love melee weapons. Um, the main reason I don't use melee is because the amount of time I waste between moving between a mob. So on anything that I'm shooting, I just turn and boom. And there's no seconds where I'm like running to the mob almost. And when I'm doing a sword, I've compared them. There's no way I can kill as fast with a sword. Because I'm spending so much time moving between mobs. And it's nothing against melee weapons. Melee weapons are awesome. They just are better for a mob that doesn't, like, that you can set on. So like a super big mob that you can handle the damage, that you're not going to have to run back and forth. Melee weapons are freaking epic. Especially if you have one of those vampiric things on your sword so you can just stand there soaking up the life and be like, vroom, 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 vroom. That's freaking pimp as heck. But if you're hunting low-level mobs, every time you slash down a mob, you're having then to like spend as much time as you did to slash it down to then run over and get to the next mob. And I didn't like that. Like, that's the only super big downfall to melee. Well, there's some others. It's hard to find the really super good melee gear. I'm not hunting, guys. I was getting us out of that no teleportation zone. And then these guys were right here. I really like killing those guys. I'm gonna just be honest. Hold on 1 second. I'll get us back to where we're going. Anybody else think this is one of the funner mobs in this game? I mean, I know it's a Kerbibos isn't like powerful or anything, but just for fun, they're a good mob. I've got some ooh, fat globals on those guys before, guys. The good mob. Hey man, everybody's hunting over here, huh? I like, Noozles are cool as heck. So that's also a fat mob. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with those. I like Noozles. Oh, that's a good mob too. There's so many good mobs, guys. Okay, so watch this. Now we're gonna go in here. I'm sure we have everything we need to make a Fort Lahar. I mean a fort, whatever it is. Pill. I'm not really a million% sure. They could tell me I'm missing something, but pretty sure it's the stuff we use for the other pill plus that intro. I do need another one. Medusa Swamp. Oh, it's one of the other pills plus an intro. See? Okay, so now we have one for Fort Medusa. That's always awesome, right? Let's switch out our armor again real quick because I don't think we actually need Perseus armor in Fort Medusa, guys. I know. So I'm excited about the update. So I've heard this. I'm hoping it's true. I would like them to truly get this giant legendary update that's supposedly going to happen. Um, if it's true, I'm super excited. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff on that planet. Honestly, they need an update for that planet. It's a super noble planet, kick spot. It should have that stuff. Okay, so we're going to pop into this swamp now. Remember, I need to take a pill as soon as we get in there because it's also poison, but different poison somehow. I mean, it's a specifically, each swamp has its own, hey, we're going to kill you, I guess. Let's just go right here. That looks like a good spot. Who knows? Harmful and debilitating gas. That's what we're hoping to see. This is the Medusa one. And it converted finally. So, guys, I don't know what was going on with that. Oh, holy crap. No, that's a Calamusoid Elite. What the crap? They've switched this, guys? I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna put back on our Perseus armor. I don't even know if we can take an Elite. Let's find this out. This is gonna be cool. Nah, don't get two of them on us. No. One. One. Okay, guys, this could be death for us, so let's not be like... So this is the stuff that's in the RDI, like, lab, guys. This stuff. Right off the bat. But, like, swarm style and some other stuff. The microphone has rebelled. Oh. It might. I hope that they do something. Oh, guys, we're killing this guy. We didn't need a sector chip. We already got enough sector chips. Let's kill a couple of these guys and get ourselves in. I'm a little worried about that, but... Now, do any of you guys feel that you have the desire to do the A1 type mission? Because it took this much, if you were seeing, to get a single one of the little chips. In which I don't know if our whole team needs them. I'm not sure if just the team leader needs one. I'm pretty sure the whole team needs one, guys. Don't know, though. I want to be honest. We became a 25th level mutant leader, guys. Finally getting there. So I'm really straight kind of curious what level the one in here is. I really like Rocktopia in Arcadia. They're not like so I'm mixed bag. I love things about all the planets. I really love some stuff that's involved with Rocktopia. And I think that Arcadia, if they actually would revisit it and do it justice, would be an amazing planet. I actually, though, think that some of the other planets have done a good job. Cyrene did an excellent job as a planet to power on, but the cohesiveness and the feel to the planet, they didn't do as good of a job as Rocktopia. Rocktopia, man, it has a concrete feel to it. Even though it's an ignored child, you know what I mean? Like, they for sure don't do it justice with the amount of time that they spend on it. And that's just reality. I mean, these guys are huge. Think we're going to have the chip done right here. Yeah, I wish they had codex on Rocktopia. Can I be honest? The day they codex Rocktopia, I'm gonna take as much stuff as I can there. I'll sell so many guns. So many people are gonna be there to codex. Because everybody's ground the other planets to crap and back, to be honest, a little bit. And so I feel the second Rocktopia does get codexed, if it ever does, and I'm hoping it does, that planet is going to be so hopping for a second. On top of that, they'd have a big a big update, right? They wouldn't just codex it. There'd be other updates, I think, too. And so if they ever did get around to being like, hey, let's show some love and let's make Rocktopia not a dead planet, it would probably get a rework a little bit. And on top of that, gain codex. Oh man, that would be freaking epic. It would be so packed for a second. Same with when Tolan finally got that update that made it relevant again. Oh, so the Rotten Banana Shop still works. Straight up. It's annoying to get the stuff to happen the way everybody wants, but the Rotten Banana Shop does work. Just so you know. I even am collecting lots of rotten bananas. But then besides that, hold on one second. I let the guy know I was currently saving bananas. I checked with the man. Not all of it. So what the problem is they can't get them to do the updates for some of the stuff. And I don't know if it's just they don't have a development team or what is the deal. But a lot of the aspects of the banana shop do work. Not all of them, and that's true. But it works. It just honestly, you have to contact them, and I haven't went through the process. It doesn't sound like the process is streamlined like it was supposed to be in the shop. But the shop is basically, at this point, in my opinion, a general menu guidance for prices because you have to contact them and then tell them what you want and stuff. And I'm not even sure the process from there. You know what I'm saying? And so, since I haven't went through the process, I'm not going to tell people exactly how it works because I would hate to be wrong. But I do agree it doesn't work how it was meant to work for sure. I'm going to get us out of the swamp now because we're in the area of the actual thingamajiggy. But I do wish they'd get all that working, honestly, and add to it. The idea of that rock shop was actually a really good idea. The pop shop and stuff. I actually think all the other planets should have a similar thing to that, but okay. Let's look at this. We're gonna probably run. I'm gonna run down this way. I'm gonna get that out of our way. Are these all 40th level? Guys, this swamp is some serious crap, this other one. Um, I honestly think that some of them that are allowed to be bought are limited and some of them aren't. But at this point, I think you'd be negotiating for anything you get put in there anyway. So you might as well be like, hey, what can I get in there? They're forever put in your thing if you get them. I mean, I just don't know what the negotiation limits are. If I were going to do any of that stuff at this point, I would want to really save till I had enough money to negotiate something big. In which I do think that there's some amazing options in this game that people don't realize. Seriously, this guy's right up on us. Out of nowhere. Did you guys see him coming? And we almost made it out. We almost did. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so let's find this mission real quick. Okay, we're looking for tracking sensitive information. Okay, we're now only in debilitating gas. So that's a good sign. I really like these guys. We didn't get a single codex though, and I think that's a little weird. Okay, almost out. This swamp is serious as crap, you guys. As soon as it shows us that they've dropped the thing on us, we can throw out our skateboard and just skate over there. But we're almost to the edge. I'm pretty sure right there. So we can get another one of those chips if we wanted and start one. It actually is probably going to be a good idea. Oh, I agree. The unlimited loot, let's start this lady another one actually. I'm going to restart that mission just so you guys know so that we have an extra chip. I'm not doing it right this second, but we're going to talk to her again. Grab this. Okay. Now we are not collecting the DNA right this second. Now I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to discuss the just absolute ridiculous level of this. And then you guys decide how we want to do this. I'm not able to do this yet, and so I'm not going to be like lying to you guys and be like, oh no, dude, I could do that on my own. I would get my butt kicked. Okay, guys. Um, and I'm not going to try to pretend. Here's how it works. This is a team mission. This is the secret base. See how it was secret? I know. It's a good sign. Then we come over here. Normally you don't freeze up like that. Okay, so then we're inside. Sorry. I thought we were going to get to the door before we froze up. So we see it, then we transfer over. So then you go into this sector area, right? Okay, so then we'd all be in a team. I believe we might all need one of the things. We'd click this thing. Now, I clicked this thing alone. It was a super bad choice. Um, I will not do it again right now because I know it was such a bad choice that I just got my butt kicked. We don't have enough Healy power. I don't have a big enough mind chip. And we need all you guys here too. Now I'm going to show you the info on this real quick one more time because I don't want it being confused on like, hey, well, what's the deal? Why won't you go in there? So here's how this works. A1 has the sampling TS or TZ15, right? That has 10k hit points and is going to be regenerating at 300 hit points per second. So legitimately, I would have to be able to do a whole bunch of damage anyway. Let's see. To unlock the terminal that will give you the free buffs, your team needs 50 triphase wires. That's not a big deal. Um, I guess you get this. I don't really think that matters. Oh, that's the markup of the triphase wire. No, cost for this is just the markup of the triphase waters. Okay, so basically just the markup is not helping you. There's a bus. You need somebody with 5th engineering skill to get the buff. See what I mean? This is ridiculous. Stage 3 is even more ridiculous. So we don't have to worry about that. So first round, second round is 10 middleweights, 1 super heavyweight. Third round. So basically you get hit a bunch, right? So we'd have wave after wave. Here's the list of super heavyweights. I don't know crap about this. This is level 300. This is level 270. Who knows on those two? This thing, debuff, and I don't know what courting is, so I'm not going to say. Now, if we did get past that and decided we were really studly and we thought we could then do this one, I guess this is the level information and stuff like that. Looks very similar, except more life on them and stuff like that. Loot-wise, it looks like we get some cool stuff. I don't really know what strengthened metal plating is or the high velocity fluid, or volatility fluid, but whatever. And I don't know what the safe key is. Guys, no idea what that is. Oh, and we would get a profile B1 key. So we'd automatically be able to go into that next one. Honestly, guys, um, since I'm not quite ready to even do the A1 mission, I don't feel we're in a situation where we're having to worry about what we would do with our profiled B1 chip, to be honest, guys. And so the B1 chip would be cool. I'm sure it's way neat. I'm sure at this point we would probably be better off finding a team that can do just the A1 mission first, because it needs to be a team. I can handle the engineering part for sure. Um, we need some serious DPS, and we need some healers. So I have one chip right now. Um, I'm legit willing to get another chip built up. And so, like, I know that that's kind of ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that you have to already have the mission built up for us to let you go in there. You know what I'm saying? So, that's basically what I would like to do. I don't know when or how we do it, whether you guys are on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, right? Um, or you just hear that we're trying to do this and you want to also do it. I I know that we need people to do this. This would be something we would have to plan some kind of thing around because it's not a little thing, and we would have to have a whole team ready. I'm totally down for doing that because I think it would be so fun to do. Because from my understanding, that's like a once in a thing type thing. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that every day anyway. I do believe we get something fancy at the end. Honestly, guys, I don't know. There's so little good info on it. And I could, of course, watch some of the people's streams on it and stuff like that, try to find out what they got at the end. But in all honesty, I've only really seen a stream successfully done of the A1 mission. And so, with that, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to know exactly what we get at the end of something I've never seen somebody get all the way through. And so my understanding is there's A1, B1, and C1. There's only information loosely on A1 kinda and B1. I've not really seen crap on C1 to know if that's a thing or not, to be honest, guys. And so I would like to know that stuff. I just, reality wise, at this point, we'll have to save. Would you guys, though, if you are interested in doing that kind of thing, please contact me so we can start putting together some kind of team to try to do the RDI place. I'd like at least 8 people, you know what I'm saying? It seems like we're going to need at least 8. A lot of DPSers, a good amount of healers, like at least 3 good healers. And I'm not sure what else. Like, I think you even need to do repair crew stuff, guys. And so, it's a serious, serious mission, but we could do it. And I think that that would be actually the way to go. And so, if you're willing to do it, please contact me. Let me know. I'll add you to the roster. Please be at least able to deliver at some higher damage level and be able to work through the mission lines. But we'll figure something out. I hope you guys have a great day. I want to thank you very much for hanging out. And peace and very best wishes.